Hi everyone, this is Jorge and this is my week 4 student presentation, DOM in JavaScript. So we're going to start. What's the DOM? Document Object Model, an interface for changing the content of a page. Another definition could be the HTML DOM is a standard for how to get, change, add, or delete HTML elements. Now suppose we have this content in the body of our HTML iLoad code, right? So we want to change this content, no matter if it's inside a div, a p, or a h1 tag, we can change that, for example, to something like this, okay? We can do that by the DOM in JavaScript, and we're going to learn a little bit more about it. Document Object Model Hierarchical Tree. The DOM tree is a hierarchical structure that represents the web page as a tree of objects. Each object in the tree represents an element of the page, such as a paragraph, image, or form. The tree structure allows JavaScript to access and manipulate the different elements on the page. All right. We have this tree that at the top we have the document, and then the root element HTML. HTML tag, we have the opening and the closing one, right? Inside the HTML tags, we have the head and the body tags. Inside the head, we have the title tag, the meta tags, and inside the body, we have the div tags, the h1, h2 tags, and others. So what we can do with DOM, we can change the HTML elements, we can change the HTML attributes, can change all the CSS styles, remove existing HTML elements, add new HTML elements, react to all existing HTML events, and can create new HTML events. Just a little refresh about HTML. We have the opening tag of the body, all right? We have the HTML comment, always good practice comment or code or all the thing we do in HTML or another language. We have the opening tag of the div, ID attribute. This is a very important part because this one is going to allow you to change or interact with this div through the ID. And then we have the text content. We have the closing tag of the div. Also, we have a very important part, the JavaScript source. This source is all in between the HTML page and the JavaScript file. We're going to interact with these two files. So the closing tag of the body at the end. So about DOM in JavaScript, we have this little sample. We start with document. This is a global object and represents the HTML document. It's the entry point of our DOM in the HTML document. Then we have the get element by ID. This is our method, right? The methods are actions that we can do, like adding, deleting, or in this case, getting, right, by the ID, getting an element. Then we have the ID attribute, and this represents the ID that we are going to change, the ID from the HTML document. Then we have the inner HTML property. A property is a value that you can get or set, like changing the content of an HTML. And of course, we have the new HTML content inside the quotation marks, and we can do write or type here whatever we want. Always remember JavaScript comment to explain what we are doing in our assignment. So we have this down to finding HTML elements, get element by ID, get element by tag name, and get element by class name. We're going to work on that. We have some DOM to changing HTML elements like inner HTML, dot attribute, dot style, and others. And we have DOM to adding and deleting HTML elements like create element, remove child, append child, replace child, and others. We can just like study all of these concepts at once and only 10 minutes, but we are going to try to learn a little bit more about it. Okay, right here we have the index HTML and we have some elements in the body. All right, so here is our string and we're going to change this content by the DOM in JavaScript. Okay, first step, select the element by ID and change the div tag content in the HTML body. Okay, we're going to start with document. It's our entry to the HTML. Get element by ID, parentheses, inside quotation marks, we're going to write the ID, then the inner HTML property, and this equals to what we want to change. We write right there. So we have hello, and now we have I am Jorge, right? So step 2, change the background color of the div in the HTML body. Okay, so we're going to write right here, type right here a variable, and again document, get element by ID, where we keep calling the ID div inside quotation marks, and then we're going to change the background color, right? Yeah, word dot style. In this case, is style is a property. All right, style property, and background color. Background color is equals to whatever we want, like pink. Okay. So we have the background color now in our string, and step 3 says select the element by class name. We have some elements with classes, these deserts. So we're going to call this class and work with that, okay? So here we go. We're going to make a variable. Sorry, I forgot let variable equals document. In this case, we're going to use document get element by class name, get elements by class name. So the class was desserts, and we select the class name. So we're going to use the style property to change the background color again. Okay, we're going to call desserts. We're going to use index to add a different color to every dessert. Property style, then property background color equals pink. And we can copy that twice. We're going to change the index. Remember, the index start with 0 with the first element, and 1 is the second element, and 2 is the third element to index. So we're going to change this to yellow, and this one to sky blue. As you can see, we see the changes in the screen, right? So we're going to keep moving. Step 5 and step 6, I made it before the presentation because I think the time it's not enough to do it, but I'm going to explain, okay? So we create the variable brands for the car brands. We're going to call the tag, this tag, li. So here we are, we are going to document get element by tag name, then tag name is li. So change the background color again, brands using index.style background color, and we choose the color that we prefer. We can change any color, and we'll change, for example, for Jeep, pink. You see, and that's the way we can change that. We're going to move to create a new div element. This is step 7. So we're going to create a variable with the name new div. This equals again document dot get, sorry, create element. We're going to create an element and will be a div, all right? So we have the element create and we are going to set its text, content, and background color in step 8. Okay, we're going to call new div dot text content property, and this will be equals to we finish, all right? And a background color will be new div. Remember style property. Remember background color property, and this will be equals to sky blue. All right, now some of you may ask why we create the element and we have the text content and we have even the style background color property, but we can see it in the screen. Well, this happened because we have left the step 9. Now insert the new div into the DOM if needed, for example, to append it to the body of the document. Okay, right here we're going to call document. We're going to type document and body. The body dot append child. Inside append child, we're going to call the variable for the new div. And this way we can see here the value, all right? So we can add this way a new div. What we're doing here, we are first just getting into the document, then getting into the body, and in the body we're appending about a new div, and the new div value we set that here, and also the background color. So I know that it's not enough to have just 10 minutes. It's not enough to have just 10 minutes to explain this whole thing, but I hope you guys enjoy this little explanation, and thanks for watching. I really like this funny image. The code doesn't work, why? And the code works, why? That's what happened to a lot of us, and that's because we are in our educational journey. We're going to struggle, but we have our peers, our instructors, and we have the help of God. So just keep moving and keep striving, and we're going to achieve this goal. Okay, thank you for watching and have a good day.